Hello students, welcome to MGC Learning. Today we are going to study chapter 1 of Computer Science 1, that is operating system. And the topic is concept related to information management, that is part 3. So let's begin. So in this video we are going to study allocation methods. So before going to study allocation methods, we must know what is free space management. So it is used to keep track of all free disk blocks. So files are created and deleted. So during the operation of the computer system, it will be happen. So this is only so this is only limit amount of disk space, and it is necessary to reuse the space from deleted files for the new files. So keep track of free space. The file system maintains a free space list. For example, to create a file, we search the free space list and allocate it to the new file. So this space is removed from the free space list. So when file is deleted, this space is added to the free space list. So it can be implemented by bitmap or bit vector. First, understand what you mean by bitmap. Bitmap means each block of the disk is represented by the bit. So disk consists of the block. So each block may be represented as a bit in the bitmap. So when the block is free, bit is set to 1. When the block is allocated, the bit is set to 0. So it means free blocks will be considered as a set to 1 and a allocated block is set to 0. So this is an example. Assume the following are free, the rest are allocated. So in this example, so these are the blocks. The blocks number 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10 and 13. So these are the blocks are free. So remaining are allocated. So blocks will be started from 0 to 13. So these are the bits. For example, so these are the blocks are free. So it is assumed that it is set to 1. So 0 means it is a allocated block. So it is set to 0. 1 is also allocated block. So it is set to 0. So 2 is a block, 2 block, that is, it is a free block. So it is set to 1. 3 is also free, it is set to 1. 4 is also free, it is set to 1. 5 is free, that is in the free block. So it is set to 1. 6, it is not in the free block. So it is allocated. So it is set to 0. This is called the bitmap. So allocation methods. First understand what do you mean by allocation methods. Allocation method, it means allocate a space to the files. So this space is utilized in an efficient manner we can use. That is called the allocation methods. There are 3 allocation methods. First one, contiguous allocation. Second, linked allocation. Last one is indexed allocation. First understand what in by contiguous allocation. Contiguous allocation means the file occupies a contiguous set of blocks on the disk. It means the disk consists of a set of blocks that will be contiguous allocation. The directory entry for the file with contiguous allocation contains address of the starting block and length of the allocated portion. It means it consists of a directory, it consists of address of the starting block and length of the block will be stored in the directory. So this is the image of contiguous allocation. So this is a disk. So it consists of block 0 to 31. And this is a directory. So it consists of file name, starting address of the block and length of the block. See the first, what is the name of the file? That is count. So starting address of the block is 0. So it will be started from 0. The length of the block is 2. So it will be allocated as 0 and 1. There are 2 blocks. Next one is TR. What is the starting address of the block? That is 14. So it will be 14. Starting address of the block is 14. And the length of the block is 3. So starting will be 14, 15, 16. So there are 3 blocks allocated. So the contiguous allocation, accessing a file is allocated is easy. So for sequence access, the file system remembers the disk address of the block. For example, in the sequence access, the file system have to remember the disk address of the last block. For example, this is a count file. So it consists of 2 blocks. What is the last block of the disk address? That is 1. So it has to remember the disk address of the last block. Next one is direct access. In the direct address of a block I of a file, which starts at block B, we can immediately access block B plus I. It means For direct access, we can use direct access. So, for example, in this example, the file name is TL. The starting address of the block is 14. So I for example, starting address of the block is 14. So I will get the starting address of the block is 14. So it is a direct access. So it is a contiguous allocation. Next, what is will be 14 plus 1. So next block, what it will be used 15. So this is called a direct access. So difficulty in this contiguous allocation is finding space for a new file is very difficult because, for example, these are the blocks allocated. So these are the blocks are not allocated like 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. So for example, a new file is created. It consists of 7 blocks. So first what we have to do, we have to search for the finding space for the new file is allocated or not, have to be checked in the disk because contiguous allocation is it is in the contiguous allocation of blocks will be stored. So finding a space for the new file is difficult in the contiguous allocation. Next one is dynamic storage allocation. It is a one variation of contiguous allocation. So disk spaces consist of collection of free and used segments. It will be stored in the disk. So each segment is a contiguous set of disk blocks. An unallocated segment is called a hole. It means which is a free block, free segment is called a hole. So this technique, there are three techniques we are using the dynamic storage allocation. First one, first fit. First fit it means it allocates the first hole that is big enough. So I will show you one example. So for example, my file consists of 290K. It allocates the first hole that is big enough. So my file is 290K. It allocates the what is the first hole that is in this block that is 400K. So it will be allocated for my file. That is 290K. So there is a wastage of 110K will be wasted. That is called the first fit. The second one is best fit. It allocates the smallest hole that is big enough. Example, the name of the file is 290K. It allocates the smallest hole. So in this block, what is the smallest hole? That is 300K. So my file will be 290K. So there is a wastage of 10K. That is called the best fit. The last one is worst fit. It allocates the largest hole. My file consists of 290K, but it allocates the largest hole. So in this block, what is the largest hole? That is 400K. So my file 290K will be allocated in the 400K hole. So there is a wastage of 110. So in these three techniques, the best one is best fit. So this technique also suffer from external fragmentation, means there is the wastage of memory, that is called the external fragmentation. The second one is allocation methods, that is linked allocation. Linked allocation is means each file is linked list of disk blocks which need not be contiguous. It means disk or the blocks, set of blocks will be contiguous, but in the linked allocation it will not be contiguous. So which need not be contiguous. So it will be scattered anywhere on the disk. That is called the linked allocation. So directly contains a pointer to the first and the last block of the file. So linked list allocation consists of the directory. So it maintains a pointer to the first and the last block of the file will be mentioned in the directory. So this is the image of linked allocation. So this is a disk that it will be started from 0 block to 31. And this is the directory. So directory consists of starting block and the end block of the address. So what is the name of the file? The name of the file is G. The starting address of the block is 9. The 9 is pointing, the ninth block is pointed to 16. 16 is pointed to 1 and 1 is pointed to 10. 10 is pointed to 25 and 25 is pointed to minus 1. Minus 1 means it is the end of the block. That is called the minus 1. So creating a file is easy in the linked allocation. But there is no external fragmentation in the linked allocation because there is no wastage of memory. So any free block can be utilized. So there is no need to declare the size of the file when it is created. In the contiguous allocation, when we are creating a file, it is necessary to declare the size of the file. But in the linked allocation, there is no need to declare the size of the file when it is created because we are creating a point. So there are three disadvantages we are facing in the linked allocation. The first one is to find ith block of a file, we must start at the beginning of the file and follow pointers until we get to the ith block of a file. For example, I want to find out a particular file. So I must start at the beginning of the file and follow pointers. I have to follow the pointers until it will go to the ith block of the file. So that is one disadvantage. The second one is it requires more little bit more space because each file requires slight more space. That is, a block consists of pointers, so it requires a little more space. The third one is reliability. It means the files are linked together by pointers. So it is created, the files are linked together by pointers. So if a pointer is lost or damaged, then it will create a problem. Example, in this allocation, the file name is G. So starting address of the block is 9. So ninth block there is a pointer stored. So that it also when it is stored the pointer, so it need a little bit more space as compared to contiguous allocation. For example, if the file pointer is lost, so it will not point to next block. So it will create a problem. So there are three disadvantages we are facing in the linked allocation. The last one is indexed allocation. In the indexed allocation, all the pointers are brought together into one location called the index block. So in the linked allocation, we are creating a pointers in all the blocks. But in the index allocation, we are creating a pointers in the in one block that is called a index block. So each file has its own index block. For example, I am creating 5 files, so it consists of 5 own index block. So the ith entry in the index block contains the disk address of the ith file block. The directory contains the address of the index block. So index allocation it consists of directory. So it contains the address of the index block. So that is the index allocation. So we will see the images of index allocation. So this is the disk and this is the directory. So the directory is consists of the name of the file and the index block. So this is the index block number 19. So in the block number 19, it consists of all the pointers. What are the pointers? What are the blocks it is pointed? For example, it is pointed block number 25. So that will be kept in the block 19. Then it is pointed to 16, 9, 10, 1. So these are the blocks is pointed. So that will be stored in the one block that is called the index block. So in 19 index in this 19 block it consists of all the pointers. So it will be stored. So it is called the index block. So in this video we are seeing free space management and three allocation methods. That is, first method is contiguous allocation, second one is linked allocation, the last one is index allocation. Thank you.